Welcome to the Reserve Pour, where we uncover stories behind our favorite sips. I'm one of your hosts, Martinez, joined alongside
Gary
and Lawson.
Welcome to our show. Today's sip is brought to you by our
favorites.
Our favorites. Yeah, it is.
Old fashions again.
Our favorite old fashions made by Lawson. So thanks again, Lawson, for creating these delicious masterpieces. It never fails.
Picasso.
Yeah, man. Picasso.
So favorites. I guess where the topic is there, right? Drinks. What is your favorite drink, Gary?
Beer.
Beer. Okay.
Beer. What type of beer?
IPAs.
IPA is a beer. What does IPA stand for?
Indian Pale Ale.
Seriously?
Yes, it does.
Oh, okay.
Indian Pale Ale, and I like the ones that are at least 9% higher.
Yes.
Even a double IPA, triple IPA. I mean, the more alcohol, the better. Once I see the ABV and I see how high it is, I gravitate towards that. I love that hoppiness.
I've still struggled with the higher ABV. I like the single IPAs. I definitely don't like any. What are they? The stouts.
Stouts and porters.
Stouts and porters.
I
I stay away from those.
That they're very tasty.
Right, Lawson?
Sure. I tend to steer away rather from all beer in general if I could help it. Never mind that I have a 6-pack in my fridge. But
very disappointing. The face you make is so disappointing.
Well, beer is disappointing.
You can definitely tell that he is not enjoying it.
No, not every
I drink
sip
it for the sake of it.
is a struggle.
Well, the end justifies the means, which is why I drink beer. But yeah, I avoid beer if I can.
Oh, but we did find one that you liked.
That's right.
One that I wouldn't say
You
I like
tolerate.
it. I tolerate above the others. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that day by the pool.
Well, he was pounding them shoes now, right?
Oh, yeah.
Double fisting it, baby.
Going to town on those things.
Yeah. You did enjoy that beer, though.
I didn't enjoy it.
It was an IPA, and it was a fruity,
It was
hazy
a Fruit
IPA,
Force
right?
IPA.
Yeah.
Fruit Force IPA.
Yeah.
It tastes like. Actually, when I first drank that beer, it brought me back to days when I was still in the education system. I'm not going to say specifically when because that's probably the wrong answer.
You don't want to
but-
date yourself?
Oh no, I'm an old man now.
He said the
but-
education system like he was in the prison system.
because you could be in college, you could not be in college. But there are some times when you should drink, times when you shouldn't be drinking.
Oh.
So I shouldn't have been drinking, but I was
Wink,
mixing flavored vodka with Sprite, and it reminded me of Capri Sun.
Did it?
Okay.
Yeah, I think it was like a marshmallow,
Oh, it took you back to the younger education
yeah.
system days.
a whipped cream vodka,
Ooh.
and Sprite. It tasted like Capri Sun for some reason to me, and it brought me back to that. Like, because the taste was bearable. You know, I don't like drinking. Like, the taste of alcohol itself, it kills me. But it brought me back to those days when I was drinking that beer.
Memories.
Bay.
It was all right.
All right.
A good mixture that when my uncles would fix me a drink, they used to love to do vodka and the Tropicana berry punch.
Mm-hmm.
Vodka with berry punch. And it was really good, honestly.
Oh, man. When I was growing up, it was rum and Coke. But it
Okay.
was Don Ku.
Oh, dang.
Don Ku. And then my father would have a friggin' handle of that and just blast through that on the weekend.
Dang, yeah.
But it was every weekend. It was people over the house. So it was just rum and Coke. And I started that. I think that probably was my first drink.
So for me, like growing up, it was Bacardi and Pepsi.
All right. See, there
So
you go.
rum and Pepsi, but that's where it started for me. But
Pepsi?
I'm not a Pepsi person myself. However, family members in the household are a Pepsi person, so
Hey, you
Pepsi
do what you
is
got, right?
where Yeah, I'm not going to complain. But favorite drinks in general, right? So
Mhm.
in the household, it was Pepsi. Me, I'm a Coke guy. So my favorite drink, hands down, Coke.
Oh, drink.
Oh.
now. Oof.
Alcoholic beverage, I don't really think I have a favorite.
You have a favorite cocktail? Is that what you mean?
I don't think I don't think I have a favorite cocktail. No.
What I mean, this would be considered no,
If
It's one.
whiskey and Coke. That's it.
but it,
You
Wouldn't it
know
still be
what? I do
considered
have
a
a favorite.
cocktail?
I do have a favorite. Tito's and Sprite. So that's been my thing for a few years now.
so I stopped drinking the hard liquor, vodka.
Ever since we had to pick you up from the street and throw you in the back of a
yeah,
Honda
yeah,
Accord.
yeah, yeah. Right.
For the record, it was straight beer.
Yeah, it was that night. But no, I just I don't know. I rather stick to beer where I know. Yeah, I just like it better, taste wise.
More gooder.
hmm?
More gooder.
More gooder, definitely more gooder better.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I rather stick to beer. As far as any other drinks, I would definitely say Coke.
Yeah.
But it has to be in a can. Can Coke.
That can just hits different, man.
Oh, actually, I saw an article that said that Coke is going to be reverting back to its original recipe, which will contain cocaine.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, for real? Really?
It's
Not gonna happen.
I mean,
It's not gonna happen.
that's what the article said,
It's not gonna happen.
which is crazy.
I drink more water and juice. I don't even drink that much soda.
Oh well, I'm gonna talk about what we drink more. Me and Capri Suns. Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Me and Capri Suns. No matter where I go,
What is it? The Pacific Cooler?
I
That's
mean,
my favorite. No. Kiwi
For all the
strawberry.
children out there, they're
Strawberry
clapping
kiwi,
for you.
yeah.
Kiwi strawberry is by far my favorite one.
Wild cherry,
Okay.
hands wild cherry. That's
Yeah.
where it's at.
You were mentioning, Gary, the water. Now, I like room temperature water, right? So I have a Brita filter. I filter the water, but it stays in my counter. And then I have one of those IKEA glass bottles that I do fill up with the filter water, and I put it in the fridge because when you have guests over, they may like cold water. So if you come over to my house and you want water, I'm going to ask you want room temperature or you want cold water?
Okay.
He doesn't offer us that whenever we come over to his room.
He
Well,
he doesn't even offer me water.
He doesn't.
Whoa, I don't offer you guys because it's there. Anything that's here.
First of all, he
No,
doesn't.
but that's not what you said.
Definitely.
No, that.
When I said you come over to my house,
Oh, it's different. This is not your house.
this is a room. This is
Where do you live?
It's all right.
I live in my house. I'm here temporarily. I don't live here.
You know what? I would rather drink room temperature water, not too warm though. So this, because if I'm thirsty, I just drink it down. I don't want that brain freeze if it's too cold.
Right.
So, but I don't offer anybody my house. You want water? You get a glass of water, ice. I just give it
Okay.
to you that way.
You use ice.
Yeah,
So you're offering ice water.
yeah. But
I drink right from the tap.
I used to drink from the tap.
I
Oh wait.
I drink from the tap, man.
First of all, my favorite water when I was younger was from the hose.
Yeah.
Just
yeah.
crank open anybody's hose while we were at their house and just drink from there.
Well, you
Yeah.
know what? That
Ugh.
definitely explains a lot.
That does.
All that lead definitely got him.
Definitely. I'm starting to grow out a six finger.
Yeah,
Wondering
there you
why
go.
it tastes better, right? You got some-
Yeah.
I got some stuff in there, man.
That's
Right.
funny. Now, favorites.
Hold on, favorite. What are we still sticking with? Like
Favorites.
Favorites, yeah.
just favorites in general.
It's a very broad topic,
Yeah.
but you can
Let's talk
can
favorites.
cover a lot.
coffee.
Oof.
A favorite coffee?
See,
Or a favorite
because of
like,
you
morning-
guys, I'm learning to, expand my horizons when it comes to coffee. Because but just coffee in general, I have to have coffee in the morning.
Yes, me too. I if I don't, I do get a headache for the entire day if I don't drink my coffee in the morning.
You know, well, you may want to get that looked at.
I've definitely become dependent of coffee, but yeah, coffee. Now there's several different ways of making coffee, right? You could do just a regular Mr. Coffee pot, right?
Like
You
the
could
percolator.
Okay, yeah.
I think
Now-
I don't even know if that's what it's properly called. coffee?
I think the percolator is the silver
Yeah, on the
metallic
stove top.
one, right?
That's like what, a drip coffee.
Yes,
I guess
it
we
is
call
drip
it drip
coffee.
coffee.
Didn't they make a song?
Oh
It's time for
yeah,
the
the
percolator.
percolator.
Yeah.
Oh, it was definitely.
It's time for the
nah,
percolator.
It's time to.
It's
Okay.
time
definitely
for the
wasn't.
percolator.
Okay, sorry about that.
It's close.
Listen,
It
I
rhymes,
have a
but-
nice Ninja machine that I
Okay.
make my coffee
so do
out of.
I.
It brews coffee,
Okay.
and I can also use K cups. But I don't use K cups. I just brew my coffee, and I use an espresso brand
Okay.
type of coffee.
My Ninja machine takes me to work. So
Because we love coffee so much, I bought my mom one of those big espresso machines where it has the little spout to do the whole milk broth and everything. It wasn't such a good one because they got messed up like a couple months later. I mean, we drink so much coffee. If you come over, my mom will ask you if you want some coffee. It could be 100 degrees outside. Like, hey, we're gonna sit down. We're gonna eat dinner.
It might be a culture thing because I grew up the same way too.
Yeah.
And
Like,
after you ate dinner,
yep.
you had a cup of black coffee, right?
A coffee. You want
Yeah.
some coffee?
So
Yeah.
that's, I want to say, I can't say specifically it's only like it originated in Europe,
Yeah, except right.
but like I know a big
Okay.
thing in Europe is you have a cup of coffee after
Yeah.
after you eat, you have the cup of coffee, especially dinner. It's dinner coffee.
I
So
think
you're gonna,
in
Right, exactly.
Germany they would offer
Oh,
you
yeah,
after
all
dinner.
the time,
Yeah,
man. I would love
now,
it.
Now that I think of it, yeah.
That's what got me into even drinking some black coffee, which is why I started buying more of the beans and getting this specific type of coffee, because if it's like the regular mass produced coffee you get in the supermarket, I could drink that for like a drip coffee, but I can't drink it black. It doesn't taste that good.
It is definitely.
He never has a second cup of coffee in the morning.
Who's that? Oh,
I never have a second
no,
cup.
never.
But it's never a black cup. I always have my cream and sugar in it, or at minimum the cream, because I am cutting back on the sugar. But
Yeah, same here. I'm tired of this heartburn.
well, the coffee we got, so in Germany, again, that is what kind of brought me more into that whole black coffee and just different types of coffee. But when we went to France and we got that specific coffee, I think it was an espresso coffee, but it was a ground where we knew we were working in the office and we know we needed coffee to get through the day, and I just happened to find whatever coffee I could find that I could read.
Yeah.
And that was already pre-ground because, we're traveling. We didn't really have a grinder or nothing. So we just found this one specific brand of coffee, and that's when we started making it every day, and it just changed everything.
Now, funny, you said working in the office. I mean,
At the port.
in the military, coffee is like
It's
fuel.
It's life. Yeah.
Yeah, along with energy drinks, but I'd rather just stick
Oh,
with
yeah.
coffee. I mean,
Yeah.
there's people, you pack a coffee pot with you when you go to the field and
Oh,
things
I
like
do.
that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like coffee is.
We've done it, yeah. Actually, when we go to the shooting range, we have our whole setup. The whole
Yeah, I know. I remember.
kettle
A
and
fig, remember?
yeah.
A little scale wheel. I'm like, what the hell's going on over here? Yo, just give me just freaking.
I don't weigh it, but like when we went to
Yeah.
Fig, that was one of the first times I was actually dealing with Gary. And
Right.
I remember I made coffee in the warehouse, and he was looking at me like I'm weird or something.
Yeah, 'cause they had this whole setup, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I've never made coffee that way.
With
And
the
I'm
French,
like,
I
this is
ground the
interesting.
beans. I put the French press. I had
Okay.
the water heater, and
Yeah,
I
for
boiled
real.
the water, and he was looking at me like I'm crazy.
I was like, let me try this.
Yeah.
It was fucking
yeah.
good though.
Right? Yeah.
What was
Once
the difference?
I mean, we grew up with Bustelo, right? Totally.
That's what I was gonna say. That's what I mean.
Hashtag not sponsored, right? We grew up with Bustelo, and Bustelo was king. But after going in and venturing off to grinding your beans, selecting your beans, and that whole process, it just takes you to a whole different scale. And the quality, the aroma, the beans. I mean, there's so much. I mean, you could get super in debt in that, and just like you said, the whole weighing of it plays a huge role as to how your coffee comes out and how you grind it as well. Because if you're gonna put it in a drip, like Mr. Coffee Pot sort of
You
thing,
can have a nice fine blend.
You guys are just
Right.
talking another language.
But also, if it's too fine, I've had it where it's overflowed because it can't.
it
drip
can't.
through.
Yes, yep.
So let me ask you guys a question. While you're drinking this perfect cup of coffee,
Right.
what are you pairing it with?
So
If you have something to pair it with.
it's a pastry for me.
Pastry, huh?
I mean, pastry. That's a broad term. Like I could take a croissant, right? Because to me,
Well,
that's
you bring
still a
Danishes to
pastry.
work.
Oh,
Well,
yeah,
a
so-
whole Danish and eats like half of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's just always been my
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
Like,
I got
it's
you.
also something that we picked up in Europe, where like their breakfast is completely different than the American breakfast, as we typically know.
Okay.
But I've always just been a fan of coffee in the morning, and I would just get like I'll make toast, and I'll throw a bagel or something in the morning, or just that extra bread to go with the coffee. I've just always had that.
Wow.
I could have a corn muffin. I could have some just muffin, something to go with my coffee in the morning.
Like something sweet, or not
It
necessarily?
could be savory. A corn muffin isn't sweet. It's
Okay.
cornbread.
Yeah, that's true.
man.
That's true.
It's savory.
Me, it's just been like a nice, freshly baked, warm piece of Italian bread.
Okay.
I could do it
No.
too.
And I used to
No,
dunk
no.
it. I would dunk it in the coffee.
Oh,
And,
one of those.
yeah, but,
Okay, Silas.
I'll take bread.
I've done it.
What about any animal crackers?
With your coffee?
Yeah. Yeah.
Animal crackers.
Animal
Yeah,
crackers.
What are you throwing them in the coffee?
No, it's just having animal crackers, you know? They're really good.
Not with coffee though.
Oh, I'm sure animal crackers are good, but all right, teach their own, right?
Yeah.
Teach
Yeah,
their
that,
own.
I mean it goes quite
So
quite
is that
well.
your favorite?
Oh no, I wouldn't say favorite. No, just
Animal crackers?
You know
What
what?
the animal
my-
crackers that came in a little, the circus box with,
Yes.
with the string, the little string handle?
Actually, my favorite is the butter rolls from the bakery.
Okay.
Like the flat butter rolls.
Oh, those butter rolls.
Oh, wait. You just reminded me of something.
Butter from the corner store.
No.
Usually it's a bakery. It's a Spanish bakery.
Okay.
And they use the what's it called, the plancha.
I'd like to squish it down this time.
Yeah, they put butter. They squish it down. You could get like a whole, like not baguette, but the Italian
Baguette.
the
The Italian
croissant.
Croissant.
Just the
Like a long piece of Italian bread?
yeah. And then they'll squish
So
it
you
down.
want
They
a
cut it
piece
in
of
half,
Italian
and then they just throw it in the
First of
bag.
all,
Dude,
you know what I think really goes well?
what?
And because we're from New York,
Right?
bacon, egg, and cheese.
With salt, pepper, ketchup.
Salt, pepper, ketchup on a roll.
That's it. It's the national fruit of New York City, actually.
Oh my God. The national fruit.
National fruit.
Oof, man.
You can't beat that. And you know what? Once you go out of New York City, it doesn't taste the same.
They could try. I don't care what state you're from.
Nope.
You could try.
They can never. It's unmatched. It's unmatched.
Yeah.
It's just something about that greasy New York City
Oh,
environment.
the yolk dripping
Yes.
from the sandwich. I like fried eggs, so
Right.
Yeah, but that's not how they make it. Yolk dripping. That's that fanciness. Oh yeah, make sure it's like over easy or something.
Right?
They scramble the egg and throw it on. They ain't got no.
Yeah,
dripping,
just
yo.
throw everything in
fry
there.
my eggs, man.
That is a little fancier, though.
That's fancy.
Yeah,
It still costs the same,
For you.
We're not saying
Oh,
the cause.
and you have to get it with hash browns in there as well on the sandwich. You have to try
No,
that.
that's extra.
No, try it.
That's extra.
That's extra.
Try
That's
it, you
not
might
the
like
national
it.
fruit. That's like the
Right.
All right, I
You're
got a
adding-
little
you're
extra.
adding-
That's what happened when the apple fell from the tree and rolled away.
And
You picked the hash
yeah.
browns.
I mean, that's what happens with Flids.
Yeah, these flids, man, they be throwing everything on there.
Strong Island, stand up.
It's funny because he didn't even know that terminology. Maybe
It's actually
the,
not my favorite terminology, and we're talking about favorites right now. So let's.
I wonder why it's not your favorite, Flid. Well,
Anyway,
do you identify as a Flid?
I do not identify as a flid.
well,
What is a flid?
it doesn't matter if you identify. We're telling you that's what you are.
Oh,
Oh, dang.
damn.
So yeah, favorite foods, huh?
Favorite foods. Oh, pasta. I love pasta.
Just any pasta.
Just general. In
I
general,
can legit eat any
What
kind
type of pasta? There's so many different types.
I don't care.
Just any pasta?
Yeah, pasta. I'll take penne, linguine, spaghetti.
With
How
what?
is it made?
With what? Butter, sauce, gravy? I don't know. By the way,
Special sauce.
there's people out there that
No
sauce
special
or gravy.
sauce.
What do you call it?
what is it? Cheese and pasta, right?
Oh,
that
well,
took me.
She
That
said,
took
like,
me.
cheesy spaghetti.
That took me
Baked,
back.
cheesy.
She said baked later. She
Baked,
said you
yeah,
like
yeah,
a
yeah.
cheesy spaghetti, something like that at first, and that's where
We'll have to see when she makes it for us.
Yeah, I mean, I can eat cheese, just maybe not so much.
That's all right. We have a bathroom.
All right.
I do love pasta though, but
how though? With what?
so I usually do either penne with chicken or penne or rigatoni with ground beef
So-
or ground turkey
Not to
and red sauce.
stop you, but I'm stopping you.
Right.
We're talking about favorites. I'm not asking
Favorites.
what you like. Okay, unless
is-
you're eating the pasta raw, just not even cooked, just
Maybe I like it raw.
What? Give me a favorite. What can you eat no matter what? Any time of
Your
day?
go-to.
Chicken
If you had your
Alfredo.
go-to meal.
Chicken
Alfredo?
Alfredo. Yeah.
Okay.
Chicken Alfredo. That's my go-to.
I can respect that.
All right.
Yeah.
What is your go-to, Lawson?
Macaroni salad and barbecue chicken.
With the chicken strips.
Yeah, but macaroni salad and barbecue chicken. That is the first thing I learned how to make because like that's just my favorite. And this is like 10 years ago. This,
Okay.
not longer actually, like maybe almost 15 years ago. The first, pancakes and eggs don't count, but like the first full meal I learned how to make was the barbecue chicken and macaroni salad. And
Okay.
any day, that's it, hands down.
Okay. Mine is it's definitely a ribeye steak, medium rare.
Okay.
That is
This
that is
loser.
that is my go-to. What? That's what? That's my go-to. I just love steak.
You like that?
Now-
raw meat? Oh.
You do cook some really delicious meats.
Thank you. The meats.
Because one of the days that we had barbecue outside, you made, what was it, flank steak,
I made that London broil.
the London broil.
Yeah, the London broil was real good. That was the marinade. He cooked
Yes.
it. He cooked it perfect though.
Oh
that
man,
marinade. Oh.
I was going into town with those
Okay.
strips.
All right.
That
I'll do it again.
That was delicious.
And it wasn't even that expensive either.
No, London broil is not very expensive.
Yeah,
and
it's
it's
really
so
not.
easy. Cooks
Yeah.
real quick, but you do have, you marinated it. That thing marinated for
Like
a couple
3
days.
days,
Yeah.
4 days. Oh.
So, and I stabbed the shit out of it too.
Okay.
But I'm glad you guys liked it.
Yeah, it was really juicy, savory, tender. I mean, it was perfect. Honestly, it was really good.
Oh, man, I got butterflies in my stomach.
Oh.
Thank you. You sent goosebumps up my spine. That's my favorite feeling, by the way.
There you go.
Anyway, favorite movie,
Favorite movie.
but not just what is it? Wow.
Oof. So, favorite movie, all time favorite. Toy Story 1 in Spanish. It has to be in Spanish. Look,
Sabro gigante.
look, the first time that I watched that movie, it was a VCR. And, I mean, it's not like you could change the language like you can now, right? The VHS was in Spanish. So,
What does VHS stand for? Sorry, continue.
video something cassette.
No, VHS. There's
VHS.
No C. There's no C for cassette.
Cassette is C, stupid. Cassette.
In VHS.
VHS.
Say it with me.
Yeah, dang.
Oh, gosh. This guy needs to go back to school.
Yeah, continue. So, Toy Story in Spanish.
Yeah, Toy Story in Spanish is definitely my all-time favorite movie of all time. I do have quite a list of top movies, but that one definitely all-time favorite. And I can watch it over and over and over and over and over again. At this point, I feel like it just takes me back to that moment.
It's like that nostalgic.
Yeah, and I love the movie where I can pretty much recite the entire movie right as it's going. And it's funny because now the kids, they watch the movies, but they watch it in English, and I just can't get into it. It's just different, right? Like it's a different feel now. Do I understand what they're saying? And those catchphrases and all of that, they just don't hit the same when it's in English, right?
Okay.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
just
that's because English is your second language.
It is, but
See, for
because
me, it would hit the same in English.
because I watched it first in Spanish, and I loved it so much in Spanish, I can't watch the movie in English.
You know what?
Okay, what?
I think I definitely do agree. Watching Toy Story, the first one, of
Right.
course, right, in Spanish, it would definitely hit different for me because I have no idea what they're saying. So yeah,
You have
I
to
agree.
hit that ESP button or whatever. That's on,
Not on a
change the thing.
VHS, so
That's true.
Yeah,
Ain't doing nothing. You're just gonna sit down
I
and
mean,
suffer.
you could hit the tracking,
Suffer.
Yeah.
All right, so Gary, give me your favorite movie and why.
Oh man. I know we were just talking about this movie just a little while ago. I mean, I remember watching Warriors
Don't
on
say-
VHS.
I was hoping you wasn't gonna say Little Mermaid because
No.
What?
I mean, granted, I do love all these Disney movies, Pixar movies and stuff, but I remember growing up with same thing, VHS, Warriors. And I did carry that tape with me and take it like to whoever's house. If I was dating a girl, hey, you want to watch a movie? And then bring out Warriors. I mean, I don't care if they liked it or not, but I did. I really did like that
The
movie. It's funny you
Warriors.
The Warriors.
That's your favorite movie.
Yeah. You know what? I mean, I'm not gonna say all time favorite, but it just stuck
No,
in my
no.
head. And I'm just thinking about
What's your
going
favorite
back.
movie.
Oh boy.
I mean, I'm a very big fan of the Warriors. Like I got the not on VHS. I had it on DVD. I think I came out on Blu-ray. I bought it also. I
Nice.
bought that movie like 3 separate times for 3 different platforms. I had the game on. I had it on PS2. I had it on PS. Like I love the Warriors.
Damn it.
But give me your favorite.
All right. The first thing that comes to my mind right now actually is The Matrix.
The first one.
The first one, but then, I mean, that whole series, except for the last one that they made, but was it like about 4?
I was very disappointed with the last one.
Yeah, I
We're
was
talking
too.
about that one. We're talking
But-
about
Favorites.
My favorite would be the first one.
That was not my
that got
favorite.
me hooked.
Yeah.
That got me hooked. I would say, yeah, The Matrix.
why.
I just love the whole, like those fighting scenes, just the way, just the way he was portrayed in the movie, right? His character and how he just took control of, this whole system. And, it was, the fighting scenes and the cinematography were it just had me.
It was definitely revolutionary
Yeah.
for the time. That was they definitely pioneer a lot of the cinematography that took over the industry. I feel like they definitely created a lot of different point of views and angles that nobody ever had tried before. Like the whole bullet time,
Yeah.
nobody had ever tried that before.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah,
It was crazy. All right, Mr. Lawson.
I don't want to say nobody has ever tried that because I'm think John Woo. I think that's what I'm thinking of. So John Woo film. So Max Payne, the video game
Yep.
was based, to my understanding, off the John Woo films, and I know they had a lot of over the top crazy stuff. And
John Woo.
I think they may have had bullet time, but maybe not that way. I can't guarantee. It's just I watch a lot of videos, and whenever they mention Max Payne and over the top action scenes, that whole series is over the top.
Yeah.
They mentioned some of the inspiration was John Woo. But
Okay.
for me, my favorite movie is V for Vendetta.
Wow,
V for Vendetta. Wow.
that is a good movie.
It is a good movie.
So
Why?
the first film I've ever actually watched back to back to back, nonstop, it was the first Iron Man.
Okay.
And for a while, I really thought, whenever I would think back, because, but for me, this was all during high school time for me, right? And during English class during that time, we were constantly talking about trying to teach different stuff. You know how English is. Nobody really pays that much attention to it anyway,
Except Gary.
except Gary.
Yeah.
But I used to think maybe it was Iron Man, but every time we came to that topic of the point of why, I couldn't actually think anything besides just watch it back to back. And then what always stuck in my head was V for Vendetta.
Mm.
And it was, I think, 8th grade. Oh, I'm bugging, not even 8th grade. I think 10th grade. It was 11th grade, whatever. We were in English class, and I brought it up to my teacher. Hey, it was V for Vendetta, and he was aware of he knew the movie.
2005.
I can't tell you when
2005. That's when the movie came out.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was in high school after that, obviously, but
Wow, I
But
was
he-
entering basic training.
sheesh. Tell me you're old without telling me you're old. Yeah,
All right.
the teacher made a comment. Oh, you like it because it's anarchy and all the X Y Z. Because I didn't get along with my English teacher.
Okay.
I was debating him constantly because hey, if I felt a type of way, the whole point of English is if you can prove it, it's valid. And
Well, you do say if you're going to come at me correct.
exactly. Or I mean,
Well-
I don't have to be wrong. I'm not always right, but don't you tell me I'm wrong for no reason. Tell me why. So like it was. I don't like. Whatever. That's not the point.
You were a
Me and my English
challenge
teacher.
kid, huh?
But that movie, it's
He was a
just,
challenge kid.
Yeah.
yeah, very much high energy, high all that. I mean, but V for Vendetta is just that movie of it was somebody who had a firm belief in themselves, and they had a firm belief in their belief, and
Right.
they did everything they can to make it come to fruition. It was for fighting for a greater purpose, because he did die at the end, tragic.
Right.
But it's just he inspired the whole city at that point in the movie, and they all came and they were tired of dealing with the negativity and all the extra stuff going on, and they rallied together to stand for a cause that was, as a single person, bigger than them, but together it was literally revolutionary, and it stuck with me. So again, it wasn't about the anarchy, it wasn't about the overall message. I guess maybe it was the message, but it was, again, the idea. And during the movie, there's a bunch of different quotes from Guy Fawkes that he quotes. You could kill a man, but you can't kill an idea. And it stood in the movie.
Okay.
And it just, and plus, his fighting. He was a badass for what he was.
Right. Yeah. It was definitely an action flick.
It stuck with me to this day. I bought that movie more than the Warriors. I have it on every device I have to this day. Like, I have it on the original DVD, and I think I have it on Blu-ray too back at home. Like, I absolutely love that movie.
What about your favorite worst movie? Like a bad movie that you just, if it's on, like you watch it anyway, even it could be as stupid or dumb.
Oh dang! I've never put that into a category or
Favorite
never.
worst.
I'll tell you what mine
That's
is.
okay.
All right.
Yeah, please.
This is the most stupidest thing. There's some B, C, D rated movie called Zombie Beavers.
Zombie beavers.
It was literally beavers that were zombies, and it was about these people at a camp, and these things were attacking them and killing them. It was so fucking stupid that I just watched it over, and I had the kids watch it one night as a movie night thing, and we got stuck watching this shit. But it just stuck to me.
So that's a 2014 film. I don't.
You
I
probably
don't
never heard of it. It was like on Netflix or some shit like that,
I have never
bro.
heard of this movie.
It is so ridiculous. The acting, everything's so horrible about it. I don't know. It just kind of like I watched it a couple times. So.
Or you know what? Favorite worst movie? Like I was
Favorite worst movie. Okay.
Rubber.
Rubber.
Grubber.
No, Rubber.
Rubber.
Yeah. That should be the name.
What
Yeah,
is
a
that?
2010 film. Yeah, it's about literally a tire.
Are you
I
serious?
think I saw the
think
preview.
Think of Christine, the killer car.
Yeah.
It was like that, but it's a tire.
It was killing people.
Yeah.
What the
Like,
hell?
the movie opened up. I think he's a famous actor. I recognize him from other movies. I don't keep track of names and stuff, but like, he was just doing dumb stuff, and he's like, "Oh well, why am I doing this? Because I can." And like, I got roped into watching this movie because it popped up from a bunch of friends were talking about it, and just how absurdly like weird and just stupid it was supposed to be, according to them. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just watch the movie, and it.
So
You couldn't stop watching, right?
The stars were
Yeah.
Stephen.
I mean, what type of tire was it? Was it like Goodyear, Michelin?
I can't even tell you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Wait.
Oh
when you-
my God, you have it on TV. Oh my!
Yeah.
Look at this thing wiggling around
It's
the dirt.
literally
What is
just a
this?
tire.
It's legit a tire. Yeah.
I don't even think it was a bad movie. It was like
Bro,
one of
this
those.
looks ridiculous. You know what?
It's not bad though.
Meet Robert. little tire.
Yeah.
What the hell, Big
Big
Dreams? Yo, this is
Actually, this looks better than Zombie Beavers, though.
Like, okay, I'm not saying it's a bad movie, but to me, like, oh god, it's
Hold on, I want to see how he kills this cop right now. Cause
it's so funny how the tire turned around, like if it
Yeah.
yeah,
if it
like,
was
like it had eyes.
yeah.
seeing from only one side. That's hilarious. This is great. And you know what? Maybe we should have a movie night one of these days.
We definitely should.
Oh,
and
yeah.
watch
No, put this on your favorite right now. I gotta
best-
see this.
But
Thing.
this is
best
like this
bad
is my point.
movies.
Yo,
yeah,
for
and
real.
this movie is just it's like not bad, like it was done poorly. Because I think for what it is, this like in the game space we call it AAA versus indie versus like single or double
Okay,
A. So
yeah,
like
yeah.
Did
I
he-
think this
what?
is more like an indie
He
film
just ran over a bird.
maker type deal, and it's
He
just
ran over a bird.
Yeah.
That looked like he got the bird got shot.
No, he ran over it.
yeah, it's
Oh Lord,
I'd watch this movie just because of how
It
absurd.
even got the sexy girls in there. Like, is he gonna have
Yeah.
sex with a girl or something?
I think absurd is the best word. It's not a bad movie, but it's like the most absurd movie.
Yeah.
Like it's
Bro, that's
head
hilarious.
scratcher. Like
oh
it's,
God, you know what? We gotta watch
Yeah,
this.
we do have to watch
Yeah.
it.
right?
I
It's-
do want to watch it now.
When you were talking about John Woo,
Look, it's taking a shower.
it reminded me of this series that I used to watch. It was called BMW Films. BMW Films was a what's his name? Clive Owen.
Okay.
He was the main star on all of the series. I think it was a total of like 7-8 episodes. And John Woo did direct one of the episodes. This was back in 2002. They're short films. They're action packed, but they're short films. I used to use Napster to download these,
what
and I
mercy.
downloaded so many viruses along with it, trying to get the entire series downloaded.
I'm not gonna tell you what I downloaded from there.
Is this one of those
no, let's keep it G-rated.
one of those 42nd Street stories?
Yeah.
Yeah. What was his name again?
So these short films were so good, and the name says it right. BMW. They only use BMWs. One of the episodes, he actually has Madonna in it, and she's this famous movie star, whatever, and he's just a driver, and she wants to get rid of like the paparazzi, so he takes her on this like wild chase, so to speak, right? And he's just avoiding the paparazzi, and the whole entire series was great.
Is that your favorite worst?
No, this was
Okay. Well,
this is up
I
there.
would consider like obscure because I don't think
Yeah.
Rubber's a bad movie. Like it's not a bad movie. But
You know, the trailer looked okay. Like
yeah.
it looked
It got me hooked.
right.
I was
I
about
want to
I
watch
was about to
it.
end the podcast and let's watch this movie.
I think
Date
like,
night.
that'd be like an obscure,
Okay.
which I think fits.
Yeah, totally. I like not your traditional stuff, right? Like what we have, Black Mirror, which is kind of
Like the new Twilight Zone.
right. You know,
Twilight
yeah.
Zone used to. Ooh.
Twilight Zone.
No,
that takes it back.
The older Twilight Zone.
Yeah, that's what he's saying.
Yeah, but he said new Twilight Zone.
It's like
Black
the
Mirror is
Twilight.
like
Yeah.
Twilight Zone.
Okay, all right.
The only thing is that you don't have somebody narrating it and like
Oh,
telling
yeah.
you, whatever. But each episode, it's its own episode.
don't have
It's
a
its own
narrator?
story. No, it's
Maybe at certain points.
maybe some episodes, but no, they each episode is their own thing. What's another weird one?
I was too young to even watch Twilight Zone. I just used to see reruns back. and forth.
Goosebumps. You remember Goosebumps?
Oh,
Yeah, that was that
yeah.
little kid like.
Yeah, I like scary, kid-friendly stories.
Yeah.
That was good. Love, Death, and Robots.
Oh,
And that's another
That
good
was
one.
pretty good.
I think they just came up with the new season recently.
I watched it. It's really good.
Oh yeah.
Well,
I feel like it's a parody of Black Mirror.
All right, you're talking about series
Yeah,
now.
I thought about okay. Favorite series.
Favorite series.
Favorite series, Archer, hands down.
You like
Wow,
ants?
I know a lot of people that like Archer.
Really?
I know a lot of people that like, and I have not seen that one episode of that.
So
damn thing.
many people that I speak with, one don't like it, Two, they never heard of it.
Okay.
You are the first person that says that you know people that love this show.
Oh, without a doubt. And they quote it. They
Yes.
talk about.
I mean, we
they
always
talk
talk about
They talk
it.
about the cat. What kind of cat is this thing?
Oh, ocelot?
An ocelot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when Archer gets an ocelot,
Yeah, I don't watch Archer.
oh,
Yeah,
dang
I
it.
see.
But yet he knows quotes.
You like ants?
Because that's how you get ants.
I wonder why I know that.
Because you like ants?
I don't
No.
want to get ants.
Oh.
All right, so can we just include series/show?
Okay. Sounds good. What is yours?
I mean, you're next in this chain.
Do I have to be next?
Well, if you don't go, fine. My favorite show. It's not like a regular show.
Okay.
Right?
Tokyo Ghoul. It's anime.
I was going to say, yeah.
It's
okay.
anime.
Yeah,
Technically, it can be a series because it depends on how you define series.
Is
But
this
like,
now, anime's been out for, like, I'm not into anime, but anime's been out for
For ages.
The
a
long
time.
yeah.
Is
long
this,
time.
like, how old is this anime? Because I know, like,
ooh. So how anime usually
it's
works?
not a modern or new
It
one,
starts off as what's called a manga, which is like the written comic, which is like your old comic books.
Mm-hmm.
And now they have so it's an adaptation based on the comic.
right? Okay.
Okay.
And I don't remember when it actually came out, but like growing up big into anime. So when I was growing up, Naruto was still ongoing. Like
Okay.
that's every week I remember looking for the new episode to read it online.
Okay.
But
Tokyo,
Ghoul,
this one? The second one?
Ghoul.
English is his
Right
second
there.
language.
Oh, well, not the film, but
Tokyo Ghoul.
I think
TV
2014 is when the first season came out. And so basically what it's about, it's these ghouls. It's almost like a zombie, but not so like they have to eat people in order. That's
Okay.
their substance, right? So like they're, I don't even know how to describe it properly. There's people and then there's ghouls. And so the ghouls have to eat people. They're like, and they have these weird appendages. So similar to like, if you understand anime, it's easier to describe it, but like they have these almost like a core, something within them that gives them these extra powers, and
Okay.
that's where their little extra appendages come from. There's different types of appendages, but that's all irrelevant.
Okay.
So 2012, right? Volume 1, 2012.
That could have been the first book,
Okay.
but I don't know when the
It
first.
is. It does say books right there.
Yeah, the adaptation, it says up here, 2017.
Okay, then that's when the show came out.
Okay.
But how it starts is this guy, he's a regular kid, like, and he's in, I think, not even kid, he's in college, I think, at that point. So he's just a regular person. He's with his friend, and, you know, he ends up, he has this little crush on this girl who comes to his regular coffee shops. And so they end up talking, and they go out on a date, and she wants him to walk her home. Words are pain in the
Words
ass.
are hard.
Okay.
And it turns out that she's what's called a binge eater. So she's a ghoul, and so they need to eat, I think, like one person a month or meat once a month to live. But she's one of those who likes to just consistently eat. So she had her eye on him, and so as they're walking her home, because she's scared due to the recent binge eater, you can't see
Oh, okay.
you can't hear the air quotes in.
Right.
So she's allegedly scared because of that, even though she is the binge eater. So she takes him to a dark alley, and she ends up attacking him. And, you know, he's going crazy like, oh my God, this is, you know, she's a ghoul. And long story short, it ends up all being a trap, and she dies. But part
dang.
of her body gets put into him as an experiment, which turns him into half human, half ghoul. And he's now coming to terms with that. And he ends up becoming one of the strongest ghouls out there. And it's just a crazy dynamic. And I mean, for me, it was a departure from what was going on in the current anime, manga, you know, that whole world. And it was just impactful. Like to this day, I still watch this show, and it's my favorite show.
All right.
If you know, you know.
Yeah.
If you know.
That opening scene, the opening song for the first season. If you know, you know.
What's your favorite show?
So, going back to when I was young, and it was the Sunday afternoon kung fu flicks
Okay.
back in like, Oh my goodness,
Like
probably late
Kung,
70s.
Kung Fu. What is it?
Like the seven deadly venoms, and the guys would be like flying through the air, and they'd be their moves and everything would be so quick you hear like blowing in the wind, like making all these
Okay,
sounds,
yeah.
and it was so crazy and ridiculous, but it was just exciting. And then I sit there and try to fight my brother.
When I hear you talk about those kung fu movies, I think about what was it, Kung Fu Chicken or something like that.
Kung Fu Hustle.
Yes,
Kung Fu
yeah.
Hustle. Yeah, that's the first thing I thought of, man.
Jeez.
Like chosen one, I'm coming. And it just keeps.
All right, here's
repeating.
a modern movie, a more modern movie from that time would be like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon,
Right.
something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're still not speaking English to me, but
Oh,
then again,
boy.
I'm pretty sure you had no idea what I was talking about Tokyo Ghoul. So
Yeah, I
guess
know.
it fits.
So, I looked at you like, ooh.
So, but growing up for me, my father figure, because I mean, he definitely influenced a lot of things in life in general. But like, he used to watch a lot of anime growing up. So his thing was like, during that time era was the 90s, early 2000s, whatever was in that time era. Definitely played a big part for me. But on your topic, the little dubbed movies with
Yeah.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
the
Kung
old
Fu
English.
flicks were like
Yeah, they were
so
dubbed.
bad.
they
Yeah.
speak and
Lip
then
reading.
like 5 seconds later you hear them talking over.
Yeah.
Like, I used to watch a lot of those growing up, and then like, oh gosh,
It was like hooked. I don't know. So, it was just
it
ridiculous.
was so bad. It was
It's
so bad. It was good.
So
so bad it was good.
good.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's your favorite worst. But don't ask me any of the names.
Yeah,
'Cause
no.
I'm
Now,
not-
as far as the whole New York scene, right? The little Chinese ladies used to sell DVDs and on the train, right, with bootlegs, right?
Sheesh.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, we watched them. But they were so bad that I would get frustrated because of that reason, right? The lip reading, and then you have people getting up in the movie theater and walking across the screen, and
Yeah.
I am so big. So my favorite is good quality video, good quality audio, where I need my surround sound. So when you're talking about Matrix, I had I think at that time it was like a 5.1
It's
surround
probably 5.1,
sound.
that's what I had, too.
right?
5.1 is still relevant today. Is it
It-
relevant
yeah,
today?
somewhat. No, because right now you're in Atmos, Dolby surround sound.
Yeah, but
I mean,
5.1 is still very relevant today.
that's your very minimum, though.
Yeah, it's still relevant.
Sure.
I still have 5.1 downstairs in my house.
Yeah.
I got
Are you saying it's bad?
no.
It's not up to quality for the stuff that's coming out now. Because like I said, now it's Dolby Atmos, right?
Essentially.
Where you still have your 5.1, but now it's like, what is it, like 9.1? You could even do like a 9.4, I think it is. Which some of these setups are crazy, right? You have speakers in the ceilings. You still have your left and right sensor, middle. And you still have your subwoofers. You still have your middles. You have your rears, but then you have a rear sensor as well. That like these.
That's like 5.2. You're thinking too much about it.
Then they have to be a specific quality of speakers where
Yeah.
they'll design to spit out those
And
quality.
work with each other at the same
Exactly.
Yeah, you do need a receiver for that. That's gonna be able to output that quality. But with that being said, favorites. I'm a sucker for good audio, good quality video. I want the latest and greatest that there is, like 4K. Well, now they have 8K. The whole surround sound. I use.
Yeah, what happened to 5, 6, and 7K?
time.
You
That's
just-
not how pictures or images work.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
okay.
all bits and bit. The basic bit is what, 8 characters,
8 characters.
eight
right.
numbers, or eight.
Yeah,
whatever
8
they're
bit.
called.
8 bit is one. Yeah,
That's the building block of 8 bits.
you're right.
I just
Well,
been
one
I've been
bit
out of
is
school way
8
too long.
sequences.
Right.
It's a pain in it. Yeah,
Okay.
Maths.
hardest thing to do in the army.
Like counting from front to rear, kind of. But favorites. I love good quality surround sound. And like I said, I'm using right now. I'm
You
using
talking about electronics? You talking about things like that, right?
I'm using 2 HomePods to simulate my Atmos atmosphere.
Sennheiser the Herder 600s. HG600. Old speaker set, but it's, you want to talk about good quality.
Yeah.
There's a channel that I follow,
Okay.
and he's not really an audiophile per se.
Okay.
He's not. His whole thing was renovating iPods, which is
Oh dang.
how he got his start. But like he's has a lot of headphones and equipment to run headphones. Like he has DACs. He has the portable DACs, some of them which I told you about, showed you.
Yeah.
And there's some in my cart right now that I'm gonna get because it's a good entry level for good music. So like even over the
Right.
weekend while everybody wasn't here, I was left all alone. Like I was in my room and I just started playing music, and it's one of those times where it's not just regular, like everyday. It's older music where it had a lot of like the literal music in the background, and you
Yeah.
can't even. So I have the Samsung Galaxy Buds,
Okay.
not the Plus, but like the older one. But even
Okay.
so, those were still really good headphones, buds. But you hear the music, you feel it, but it's still not the same. Like if you have decent, like actual good quality
Especially
audio
when you
equipment.
get like over the ear
Yeah.
headphones, and it's definitely such a different feel for audiophiles. I mean, yeah, you can get crazy. Like there's some
Couple
headphones that
thousand.
like
Just for
three-
headphones.
$3,000 for headphones. It's ridiculous. Now the quality is going to be there, and you're going to be able to
Yeah.
distinguish and hear every single instrument that comes across the song, right? And even with Apple, they do a lot of compression. A lot of the sounds they get lost in that compression. Even at Atmos and even at like the highest bit, you still lose a lot of the quality. But yeah, that's definitely my favorite topic. The whole smart and tech. Yeah.
All right. Well, you know what?
Listen, I mean, the most techiest thing I got is the system I have downstairs is Polk Audio. That's it.
Polk
So I got
Audio is
Polk
good.
Audio.
Yeah, Polk Audio, Technica, like
right,
Danon.
Let's get a favorite song going.
I was going to ask about
Ooh.
music.
Favorite song.
Oh, what?
Favorite
Does it have to be
song?
song or can it be music genre?
Let's hit both.
Okay.
Oh,
If you
man.
have a favorite song, give me a favorite. Or but
Yeah.
if even it's not an all-time favorite, one of your favorite songs. How about that? Because there is a
Okay.
lot. You can't. I think it's harder to label one specific song a favorite
All right.
compared to
All
a
right.
movie.
Who's going to go first? I mean,
I have to look for
You-
mine
you
because
brought it
I
up.
don't
all right.
know.
So my favorite genre of music is old school hip hop. Right? I'm talking like 80s old school hip hop, like Run DMC, Eric B. Rakim.
It sound like rap.
going
instead
back
of just-
going back then into then into like 90s hip hop and 80s 90s R&B. That right there, I'll go between the hip hop and the R&B, old school hip hop and R&B during those years. It just takes me back to a place where I was young, having fun. I mean, going to the schoolyard, I'd be bringing my little ass tape cassette radio, playing handball at this
Hey.
elementary school near my house.
You want to play handball?
Back then, I would love to play a game of handball. It's been years.
There's children
but I would
in
be,
the room.
I would be,
It's me. and the child.
I would be rocking Run DMC, and they were my favorite group at that time, and really to this day, Run DMC.
I used to skip high school and go to the to St. James Park in Kingsbridge to go play handball with my buddy.
Oh man,
yeah,
Takes back so
we-
many good memories. Those
yeah.
I'll get into my favorite song later, but
So, favorite genre, I do like listening to a lot, and leading to what we were talking about earlier, where like just listening to the different, how music is different. So like I like a lot of Kanye songs.
okay.
Yeah, Kanye's got
Yeah, like one of my favorite songs is "Devil in a New Dress."
oof,
Like it's just
absolutely amazing.
the lyrics are kind of, I rock with it, but just
Yeah.
the audio behind it, like
Yeah.
the sample, I love that sample. I forgot what he actually sampled for it, but like that sample, then just the score in the background, it's you can't beat it. So like,
Okay.
well, like my favorite genre of all time is gonna be rock. One of my favorite songs outside of Devil in New Dress.
Well, you're saying rock now. You got,
yeah.
different variations
Yeah.
of rock. Are you saying rock in general?
Yep,
Okay.
because I know it encompasses a lot. Like
Okay. Yeah, you got like the heavy metal.
Tears for Fears, Everybody Wants to Rule the World. Love
Okay.
that song. But
Okay.
then I'm a fan of System of a Down.
Black
There's
Yeah.
Chasing
Black
Camry.
Sabbath, Metallica.
No, I don't like that.
Oh, you don't like that type of
That's
rock.
not my fan. Pearl Jam.
Yes.
I love
But-
me some Pearl Jam.
Would that be considered alternative though?
Yeah, it's
What-
rock.
Okay.
To me, that's what I look
Yeah.
at. It's
I got
rock.
you.
There
I
are
got
so
you.
many
All right.
subgenres of rock. Like
Yeah, you're
I
right.
can't pinpoint. Again, Chasing Camry, Breaking Benjamin. You have even Green Day. Like
Oh yeah, Green Day.
I rock with some Green Day. Like rock
Yeah.
is like my go-to. I love rock
Okay.
as it stands.
Yeah, I got you, man. I can see the joy in his face. That's how I feel about mine.
Yeah. I would like. I mean, I'm definitely along with you, right, Lawson. I have a very broad music liking. I like to put my all favorite songs right on one playlist,
Oh, I have that.
and I just click shuffle, right, and it
Okay.
goes from like now recently, very 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 recently, this like past year, I've started to listen to a lot of Mexican regionals, right? Which is like banda, like whatever it is. I have a lot of rock, which he was mentioning, System of a Down, 311, Three Doors Down, stuff
yeah,
like that.
man.
Like, I love that. I love Queen. I do like a lot of Metallica, Nirvana, but then I also listen to a lot of techno and a lot of my favorite artist is Deadmau5 or music producer, whatever he is, or DJ, which is electronic music, right? And then the same thing with rock. Electronic music, you have like dubstep, you have trance, techno, and
Electronic, it blew up so much
Yeah.
into recently, and it's
right, and it's such a big, broad spectrum where I mean, I like,
personally, I recently it's been a little bit more hard step for me because it's very high tempo and it's just there's one song in particular that's been stuck in my head, but around that I've been listening a little bit more into hard step. But again, that's if you don't know, you don't know.
Yeah.
It's just one of those
I really
things.
don't know.
Yeah. So I also listen to bachata. I listen to merengue. The old school salsa. Old school salsa is great. Old school techno music, like
You're talking about like freestyle.
Yeah,
music.
freestyle.
See,
Yeah,
that's for me. That's what it was called.
Okay,
I heard
right.
terminology techno, but it
Yeah.
was more freestyle.
Oh
you
no,
know?
Correct.
it's not.
Stevie B and
right.
You know,
And
Cynthia.
yeah, it's
Freestyle.
labeled.
Freestyle versus techno, even old school. It's
Yeah,
completely
yeah.
separate.
Well, it was
I like them both.
And but you're
Yeah.
right. That's what they used to call it,
Yeah.
freestyle. It was freestyle, whatever, right? I couldn't give you one genre that I would say this is it. I listen to hip hop. I listen to rap. I listen to R&B.
You
Like
can't pick one.
I can't. I really can't.
Wow.
I really can't.
You really can't.
My
mean,
music,
like,
I love all of it. I even listen to like Spanish ballads. Like I get in my feels sometimes, and I just
I speak just like with your Toy Story. I don't know anything they're saying, but if you pulled up today as I was fixing a bike, you heard I was listening to merengue. And
Right.
It's just I like it.
yeah,
I don't know what they're saying,
yeah.
but I like it.
yeah. I
But
can't.
No
You
matter
don't have a
what,
favorite?
No.
if you had to get rid of everything else, like in my experience, and keep only one thing, it'll be rock.
Okay.
Okay.
Mind you, it is a big genre. It
Yeah.
encompasses a lot,
Yeah.
but still rock.
Oh, I actually even with rock, right? I just told you the other day when I borrowed your car, I was
Coheed and
listening
Cambria.
to liquid metal, which is like the
Yeah.
heavy metal rock, right?
Yeah,
Where
yeah.
they do all the grunging
I
and
felt
all
it
the
mixed it
yelling.
up.
When they screaming and yelling.
Yeah, some songs I was like, dude, this is nice.
Yeah.
Like I like it.
Okay. Yeah. it's
Not
just-
all of it, though.
right.
It was a
yeah.
little much.
I'm
for me.
sorry. It's just a little. It just gets a little too much for me.
Now, what's the one that's real trending right now that I was talking about? In what is it?
For the Spanish song? The one I
No,
don't know.
the heavy metal one. Disrespect Your Surroundings,
Oh,
right?
Yeah, on the
that
interwebs.
that drop is just they're using it for
I think
for
that's
reals.
an edit, though. Don't quote me.
Okay.
I think that's an edit.
Yeah, it could be, but that song, it was like, this is good.
Yeah,
you
that
know?
drop is.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I couldn't pick one.
Dragula, Rob Zombie. That was a big one for the reels.
Yes. Yeah.
Good song too.
Yeah.
A little bit heavy.
I couldn't pick one. I just
It has
can't.
to be rock.
I can't.
Has to
I
be
hear
rock.
you.
I
I
can't.
hear you.
I honestly can't. I love all of them. I love all kinds of music. I actually, when I was in Benin for boot camp, they gave us a weekend off to go to a concert. But what was it? It was country.
Mm-hmm.
I've never listened to country, and
Okay.
some of the songs that they were playing, I was like, dude, like
Oh.
this is
Okay.
this
Early
is good.
Sam Smith before he became weird. I saw what I said. But then it's funny you mentioned country, and we'll get to boot camp in a second. But there's now that we've been out here in Texas, and even before Texas, I did like a good variety of music. But like since we've been here, and especially going to our local watering hole, like there's been a lot more country that I've been into, and it's
Okay, yeah.
I don't even know if it's like classical
Nah, I can
country
agree with
stuff,
you.
but it's.
I can agree. Same here. Same here.
But all right, so now since you brought up Benning, let's talk about
Well,
favorite military.
did we get his
vehicle?
Of what?
your favorite music?
Yeah, I said my genre.
Oh yeah, you started it.
Yeah,
Sorry.
but when you
Yeah,
said
yeah.
when you said Benning, I something did come to my mind, but not when I
Okay.
went to Benning.
go on.
Whatever you did in the shower is that big. So yeah, favorite
Group shower.
vehicle of
Okay.
the military type.
Oof. Dang it.
Oh gosh.
Does it have to be land or air?
Whatever you want.
It's just a vehicle.
Yeah.
Oh, you saying favorite military vehicle?
Yeah.
All right.
I would say the PLS. I love the capabilities. I love that it has the 4x4 or 8x8. Right.
Oh no, it's 8x8 or 10x10.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Right.
It's 8x8 or 10x10, baby.
On
You got your
PLS?
PLS, which is your 4-axle. I think it's the HLS, which again, that's your 10. That's your 5-axle.
Oh, okay.
That's
Okay.
your big
Yeah,
boy.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but you know what? That's also my favorite because when I was an engineer, I did enjoy driving that fucking thing.
Right.
I really did.
Seriously, out of everything in the army,
Because I've driven Humvees.
Oh, they suck.
don't think anything's
They're
great.
trash.
You know, all over Afghanistan.
Yeah, they're trash.
Whatever.
Yeah.
LMTVs, I don't care for them too much or whatever. But it was just something about that PLS. He's right.
Yeah.
And pulling the trailer on that thing too.
Yeah.
I was like, I was a monster all over the road.
I drove the 915, which was a close first. 915, the original ones. They're, I mean, you get like, they're pretty much a bobtail.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, these aren't exciting vehicles to drive.
No,
you know?
they're definitely
I'm sure
not.
there's way too many people out there that are in the military that are like, what the hell
Now,
are they talking
when I
about,
first
you know?
started in the army, I was looking forward to riding in a Humvee, right? Because
Yeah.
you have like those like
that's the image
anticipation,
of the army.
Yeah,
is the
exactly.
right? But
Right.
once you get in it and you're driving,
So sitting in for
from
like 12 hours, 8
Yeah.
hours, or whatever it might be. Yeah,
That's even too long. Sitting in it for 5 minutes is trash.
it's ridiculous.
They are so uncomfortable. There's no AC. There's
Oh,
no, there is.
man.
There is
There
AC.
is.
in
Well,
some
now,
Humvees.
yeah, and it depends which one,
Yeah,
especially the up armored ones. If it's not broken, then yeah, sure,
Yeah.
you do get
I
AC.
mean, it's not broken. That's a miracle.
But yeah, I would say the PLS.
All right. So, allow me to educate you two youngins on the best the best vehicle in the military to
Okay.
date.
To date. Okay.
That you've actually driven.
Oh, that wasn't part of the question.
Oh,
That's why I was asking. You sure about the PLS?
Right.
see?
Okay. Yeah.
I never said
That's-
that you
I mean,
drive.
I did ask. Air or land.
Whatever you want.
Yeah, whatever you want.
Oh my goodness! I'm talking about something I was actually
go again?
got and drove in. Nope,
I'll give you a second chance.
nope. Go right in.
Do you honestly think that's your favorite vehicle, the PLS?
No,
All right.
it was just very fun to drive. It's
Apache.
not my favorite. I
Yeah.
Hands down,
yeah.
Apache.
I knew
Why not
that.
hands down
Yeah.
Apache?
That is, honestly,
Okay.
that is the reason I wanted to join the military.
The Apaches.
Yeah,
They are
They are
badass.
It's just something about like it is the only other gender besides male and female that's attack helicopter. It's that freaking Apache, man.
Oh, boy.
I don't care who you are, what you're doing. That Apache, that's it.
Okay.
I mean, I realized after we got into the military what it takes to do all that, and I think I still can do it, but
Yeah, you are still young.
yeah.
Bro, be all you can be.
That's right.
Yeah.
In the army.
And it's definitely a possibility. I just hit my E6,
Right.
so I can now still go into warrant and
To warrant,
go to flight school
yeah.
and do all that. I still have that option available to me.
And you have good
And
eyes.
you're
still.
young, man. And you're young. Do it. I mean,
have
try to
eyes.
do it while you're still young.
I have
I
eyes.
forgot. Yeah, you do have glasses.
I have eyes.
I think you could still be allowed
I could
corrective
get the surgery done.
Yeah, corrective surgery.
My options still are there, and I've definitely considered because that's part of what I wanted to do for the army. Like I don't know, ever since I was younger, like when I wanted to join the army, my mother used to say, "Oh, she's gonna break my kneecaps. I'm not joining," because I've lost family over the years overseas, and I have family now. They're retired, but it's just always a trauma. Trauma? It's always a bad story, you know.
Yeah.
Bad experiences. People come back messed up. So she always used to say she's gonna break my kneecaps, but every time I saw that Apache, it's just like, yo, that's freedom.
That's
baby.
where it's at.
That's where it's
Yeah.
at, and it helped. It's to this day like it's. I look because we do we transport a lot of stuff. We go see a lot of stuff.
Oh, absolutely.
So whenever we're on base and we see them at the airfield, look at all them chickens. It's just,
So,
Yeah.
I mean, even the stuff that we do transport and stuff now. I mean,
we
just
don't
to-
we
just to
don't
see-
transport that.
But
Yeah.
when I was doing down at Corpus, yeah, I got a chance to see the Blackhawks. I got a chance to see the Apaches up close, and when they fold the wings, getting ready to.
That was your first time up close?
Actually, yeah, honestly.
Wow.
Honestly.
I've been all up.
Besides seeing them flying
Yeah.
around, but no, this was like up.
I've been all up in them.
I think
Yeah,
what
see.
was it, Philly, when we did the Philly mission? I went to a Philly mission, and then we had the Blackhawks and Apaches fly in to the port, and then they would reconfigure them and pull them all
No,
out.
the only thing I was really up in was a Chinook.
Yeah, the Chinook is an incredible machine.
Yeah.
They're not designed to fly and be in
I
the
mean,
air.
they are designed to fly. It's
Well,
just-
I mean, they do
right,
fly.
but they're
it
not.
defies all logic.
Yeah.
Not physics, but logic.
Yeah, but it's an incredible machine. I love doing. So when I reclassed 88 Hotel, which is cargo specialist, we did sling load, and we actually, because one of the instructors, he was certified as a flight crew chief or something like that.
Yeah.
He was able to coordinate with the Chinook unit to have an actual Chinook come out and do the actual sling load.
Okay.
So we got lucky, enough to be able to be completely hands-on. We had like 4 different groups go in and hook up the Humvee, guide the Chinook over, to hover and all of that, which was absolutely incredible to be underneath the belly of the beast, like hovering over you.
Yeah.
Is quite intimidating, and then you can't really touch the aircraft because then you get sapped, so you definitely need to be grounded. Now the actual linkage that hooks up to the sling load, they're rubberized now, because before you used to had to do the grounding rod on the ground, and then ground the vehicle with you in it, because any kind of contact, everybody's gonna get sapped. But now they rubberize those. They call them Q-tips, and you just
You're
hook
a
them up.
Q-tip.
But
Alright, so while that is all lovely, it sounds like a good time. We didn't get to do that even though we were supposed to, but in the face of an Apache, that thing gets shot down. It means nothing.
oh yeah,
It means nothing. Like it's just again, that's freedom, baby.
it's superior. It's definitely a superior
You can't
fireworks.
hands down favorite. Look, we've seen almost every piece of equipment the Army has.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And
We
Apache.
definitely have.
Apache, hands down. Just
Apache.
don't
Huh?
have answer buts.
Okay.
Old, new Apache, that's
I love the C-130s.
Yeah,
And the C5s was nice.
The C5 is really, really
The
nice.
C5 was nice. That's a big plane.
But you know what? It don't matter. It's an Apache, bro.
Oh my god.
So, Gary, have you thought about your actual favorite? Not that you didn't have to drive it, fly it, steer it.
Even look at it or see it.
As long as
No.
you firmly grasp it is good enough.
Yeah, no, actually, damn. I
Favorite,
don't know why I can't fucking. I am drawing a blank.
favorite
brain.
military vehicle.
Yeah.
Past, present. Remember, the Air Force spawned from the Army
Yeah,
Air
no,
Corps.
I know.
Mustangs, baby.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear
The
you.
Corsairs, the Avengers. I think at that point it was already the Air Force and the Navy, though.
Yeah.
That's not the point.
I don't know.
Now-
you know what? I'm really digging the new Humvees. The what are they? The
JLTVs?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I'm kind of feeling them a little bit. You know.
But the same
Just the
thing.
design
Now,
and
when we
everything,
were where we were in Bliss, that they were talking about, they were all broken anyways.
Yeah.
All the AC units were
Yeah, that was
busted.
ridiculous.
Yeah. They're,
People don't know how to maintain their equipment.
Yeah.
Is
well,
really what it boils down.
it's a brand new piece of equipment.
Literally.
Like how could it be messed up? How could it be missing stuff and whatever?
Because if you, let's say, you take some gnarly bumps or something, young kids, because
Oh,
it's all young kids, they're going to mess
yeah.
around, do dumb stuff, or something dings and breaks. Okay, well, now let's take it from the next piece. Or
Right.
if, because these pieces of equipment have been out there for a couple of years now. Aren't you supposed to recharge your AC every couple of years?
I mean, you got to exercise.
This is
the
true,
vehicles.
yeah.
You got to exercise the vehicles. I mean,
But
yeah,
people
you're
don't
right.
know how to do stuff.
Yeah.
They'll wait. Oh, they'll send their vehicles to the mechanic. Well, we're out of windshield washer fluid.
Right.
I mean, isn't it?
Get your own.
Isn't it like motor pool
Yeah,
Mondays?
exactly.
Motor pool Mondays, and
It's supposed to be a thing, but is it really?
I don't know.
Yeah. As far as vehicles, right? Favorite car brand or model, what would it be?
Ooh.
Damn it.
Favorite? I mean, I know what mine is.
I know what mine is.
Outside of Audi.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be honest
Outside
with
of
you.
the Vag, period.
No.
Volkswagen Auto Group.
No.
Volkswagen Auto Group.
No.
Yeah, come on.
Nissan GTR.
Which one?
Yeah.
Don't ask me which
Well,
one.
no.
You know what? Now you're going to waste. I just.
If you say Nissan GTR, it's
Yeah.
only one.
Okay.
That's the
The R35?
yes.
Okay. I'll take
That's the actual GTR. The rest are different models.
Okay. You're right. Yeah. All right.
I
this
really dug that vehicle.
This is easily 1,000 horsepower car with a few bolt-ons.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Since I seen that thing drive, even like in person, I was just blown away. Before that, it was a Chevy Corvette. That used to be my favorite car.
Those are nice too, though.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's nice, but I mean, this just
Yeah.
really kind of took me there.
But let me tell you how much I hate you, Gary.
Why?
Because mine is the R34.
Yes. I mean, the R34 is up
Oh.
there.
Can you show me what R34 looks like?
Yeah.
Oh, that's your Skyline. That's your GTR.
The GTR Skyline. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Oh, the R34. So, the R34 is very popular among people more my age because that's like the PlayStation car.
I got you.
That's what I've heard it called.
PlayStation car? Wow. Okay.
Because like what Gran Turismo came out,
Gran
Yeah.
Turismo.
this was the car.
Okay.
Okay.
This is so.
You're right. Yes.
This was the car.
Yeah.
It may have been on
Okay.
one of the covers. Don't quote me.
Okay,
I
yeah.
don't. Gran Turismo was a little bit too intense for my young brain, but that was the car. But like I had a book. I borrowed a book from the library specifically about this car. Like this is how much this car was. Like I have like 6 different Hot Wheel models of this car.
Are they illegal in the United States?
Oh, not yet. They're gonna be. They have the
Yeah.
R33s that are legal now. I think because it's a 25-year import rule.
Yep.
They do have a bunch of R34s legal in the United States, but that's because they were brought over illegally under a fake trade deal agreement. But then they allowed those brought over to stay. But the rest, you have to wait 25 years. They started being made, I think, in
Wow.
1998. So that time is coming up soon. I will never.
Yeah.
Well, I can't afford one for a couple years, but I'm telling you, man, the R34,
Yeah.
that V-Spec 2, that paint job.
Oof.
I mean, I love that midnight purple paint job on
Right.
it. It's but that V-Spec 2, I think I forgot what color it was. I just remember that badge. That V-Spec 2,
Yeah,
Okay.
those are nice, man. Those are definitely nice.
it's iconic, man. It's,
It is. It is. As far as mine goes, it's definitely the Porsche GT3. This thing is a beast of a car.
still a badge.
Yeah, but it is incredible machine. And one day I will own one. One day.
You know what?
Correct.
You better go sell your house.
That's not what he has to sell to afford that.
Sell his kids.
Um,
You know?
allegedly.
Yeah.
It's
But-
nice. I haven't. I'm not against Porsches, but I
Porsche.
give me the roof Yellowbird over your freaking GT3.
Listen, this is
Yeah, give me a roof. I don't want to hear about a Porsche. Talk to me about a roof.
a roof.
RUF.
Oh,
Again, the Yellowbird. If you haven't heard about the Yellowbird, I mean, do you even know Porsche?
The roof. The roof.
There you
is
go, roof
on
automobile.
fire.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
The Yellowbird, baby.
yeah.
It's a classic.
It's like a 911.
I think that's where it was built initially off of. So
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty.
similar to like Brabus for Mercedes and
Okay.
like Hennessy, where they built up different things in
Right.
the roof. They Porsche, Porsche, not Porsche.
Porsche.
Porsche specifically, like they sold roof their chassis so they could build up and make their own cars. And like, I mean, there's a big history behind it. I don't know what all. I just know what my short attention span pays attention to. But
Squirrel. I would do Rowell before I do
yeah,
roof.
they do a lot. Oh,
Rowells, you know Rowells, Gary?
I will
RWB.
exit stage right now as you guys talk about this.
Rowells is definitely an experience to encounter. So the guy that designs this, he you have to book him.
it's like a couple years in advance.
Now it is. When I was looking at it, I don't know, late 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
It was 1 year wait. But he was, a little more available. But he comes out to you. You pay his airfare. You pay his stay. You pay for the kit. You have to have the car ready to go, painted, wheels, everything has to be ready to go. He
Doesn't
comes out.
put his own wheels and shit on, no, too, or
It's to your specs.
okay.
Yeah, but you have to have them ready. So he'll come out and he'll pretty much install these huge fenders and the bumper and the big wing.
So how I know it is that he designs it.
He
He
does.
doesn't just install. He designs.
Yeah,
it.
yeah, he designs
He cuts
them.
it. He puts it on the car
Yep.
itself.
It
Yeah.
does look. It looks fabulous.
Yeah,
You
they're
just
amazing
saying that.
cars.
You're just saying that.
Oh.
It doesn't look like it.
Now, whatever you do to the car, it's on your own. Engine wise, suspension,
He
wheels.
just makes it look like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
and a lot of YouTubers have made a show or episode from that. Like showing him, arriving to the States, meeting him for the first time, taking him to the house or the shop, and then he goes, works on it for like, I don't know, week, 2 weeks or so.
I can't even tell.
Yeah, and then he smokes a lot.
That's the thing. Yeah, I did hear that.
Yeah,
Cigarette.
yeah. But,
Allegedly, I don't know.
Okay.
But yeah, it's definitely an experience, that comes with this.
The spirits.
But you know what? That RWB is nice and all. It's not better than my Apache though.
Yeah.
Ooh wee.
Wow, we covered a lot, huh?
Not
Yeah.
really, but I think we covered
Enough.
enough. Yeah, a nice chunk.
Of our favorites.
Definitely
Yeah.
gonna hit. We're definitely gonna go back and watch Rubber, and then hit some more favorites later down the road.
Yeah.
I definitely want to watch it.
But we're gonna watch.
That
I think we should.
yeah.
I think we should have a date night, like a little bromance, and we, and we watch a movie together.
I'm not gonna say what I was
We
gonna say.
can have a little sleepover.
He thought about the words and he
The
said,
sleep-
"Nope, let's not say
It's
that."
not worth it, right? What's the matter? You don't want to cuddle?
I'll
Dang.
pass things.
Okay. I think we should watch it though.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's definitely
Afterwards, we
calendar.
could watch Killer Clowns from Outer Space because that's another weird movie that it's a favorite
Maybe
of mine.
Spaceballs.
Oh, we can watch Spaceballs. Face to anyway.
All right, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think this wraps up sip number 4. As always, thanks for listening. Be sure to follow us on all our social medias. If you have any questions, shoot us questions at podcast@thereserveport.com. And don't forget to subscribe because we do have a lot of listeners that have not subscribed. We appreciate the listens, but you haven't subscribed. So
Please subscribe.
please subscribe.
And that's the show. Dun, dun, dun.